Hello, hello everyone. Welcome back, welcome back. We are moving to a new series. We are now starting with classic dishes. So, if this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. If you've never made macaroni and cheese from scratch, you're about to see my mama's recipe. So, sit back, relax, take notes, and welcome to this leisure moment. Okay, so macaroni and cheese. Where's my macaroni at? Okay, here we go. So this is a pound of macaroni. I already have water boiling. So all I need to do is add my macaroni to it. The reason I don't add any oil to this macaroni, and I know it looks like a lot of water, but after it finishes boiling, it'll be enough to where it's going to come all the way up to the water level. I add a little salt at the beginning just so the water that it cooks in is a little bit salty. Let's put that back over there. And it's going to take about 10 minutes for that to cook. And I will continue to stir it. And I usually rinse it out with hot water because you want to make sure the macaroni stays hot. You don't want the macaroni cold because we're going to have to use butter. So I'm going to transfer it to a different container. Reason why I'm transferring it to a different container, I have to mix some things in. All right, so let me put my cutting board up here and I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. So first thing I need is butter. The ingredients that you're going to need are going to be room temperature butter, 2 eggs. I'm using Mom's Velveeta cheese. She's always used Velveeta cheese. And I think if you have Velveeta cheese on the top, it will melt and cook a lot better than the shredded cheese. And let me tell you why. Shredded cheese has a chemical in it to keep it from clumping together. Regular cheese, if you put it together like that, after you shred it, it's gonna clump together. So that's how you know it's something else in there. But you also need milk. And I got a ½ gallon of milk because I am going to fill my baking dish just to the brim of where the macaroni is, okay? I'll show you as I go along. Okay, so let's add this butter in here. It's not completely room temperature, but it's warm enough that it's going to melt in this hot macaroni. Okay, so I'm going to add salt and pepper to this. I don't want it too salty, and I don't want it to have not enough salt also. And the reason why I say that is, if you get it too salty, you can never take salt away. Always remember that. You can always add salt, but once you have too much salt, you can never take it away. So be very cautious. The beneficial thing for me is I'm using sea salt, and sea salt gives you the flavor without all the sodium. So that's another beneficial thing also. Here, drop the macaroni. All right, so now some pepper. I know a lot of you are wondering, well, how do I know how much salt to add? Okay, so I give you a ballpark. 2 teaspoons of salt. How about that? That's enough. And then I would give you probably the same for the pepper. Okay, so now when you have about a pound of macaroni, you want to use 2 eggs. When you use less macaroni, you probably only want to use 1 egg. How much is less? Half a pound of macaroni. Use a half a pound of macaroni, you only use 1 egg, okay? Okay, let's pour that in there. And then we definitely want to mix this around. It firms up when it cooks. Every time you use an egg when you're baking something, the egg helps it firm up. That's usually why you use egg when you're baking a lot of different items. You'll make a cake, you'll bake this, you'll bake that. You usually put an egg in there to firm it up. Even when you start baking shepherd's pie. Remember I did shepherd's pie and we put 1 egg in there because we wanted to firm up those mashed potatoes. If you haven't seen that, you can definitely see that's one of my videos. I'll probably post it up there so you can see it. Okay, let's put that there. Now, we're gonna sit this to the side for a minute and I'm gonna do some work. All right, let's do a lot of large shredding. So here we go. We're gonna start making layers. Here is my baking dish. Let me get my spoon, and we're gonna layer this up. So, you make a layer of macaroni. Once you've made that layer of macaroni, you're going to take your cheese, your sharp cheddar, try not to do too much cheese. I know you guys love cheese. I know you do. But just remember, this cheese does not melt like you may want cheese to melt, okay? So be cautious of that now. Don't make it too much cheese. Okay, so that's it for the cheddar. The sharp cheddar, that is. Okay, so now we're gonna make another layer. And now we're going to use the Velveeta. Okay, so now that I have that done, you use your milk and you pour your milk in, and you only want it to come up to the level of the bottom of the cheese. You don't want it too high. And don't forget, you know, it's got to cover all areas. Now, before I put it in the oven, my mama told me, she said, man, make sure that you let it sit for about 10 or 15 minutes so it can soak in. I was like, okay, Mom, I got you. So we're gonna have this sit about 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, I can see it. All right, I see it. Everybody see where the milk line is? Okay, here, let me put this in the refrigerator. And we are going to let this sit for about 10 or 15 minutes. And then it's going in the oven. Now, when we come out the oven, we're gonna have something else to show you. Woo-wee. And look at that, look at that. It's so hot though. I mean, it is so hot. Wow, let me get a plate. Whew. Ooh, that looks so good. Spoon, fork. I mean, it's so hot, it's still cooking. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's, ooh, it's so creamy. Ooh, it's so rich. Ooh, it's so creamy. Now you know I got to taste this. You know I got to taste this. Good golly, this mom. Ooh, it's hot. Lord have mercy. I can try and describe it to you. I'm gonna try my best. So, the Velveeta cheese makes it so rich and so creamy. Oh my God, it's so good. Okay, this is the best thing that I can say to you. You have to try this. And you want to do it with Velveeta cheese. And even if you don't, uh-oh, I forgot to turn that off. Okay, let's try this again. So let me describe this to you. It is so rich. It is so creamy. Oh my God, that is so good. The cheese melted from the top down to the bottom. The cheese that was already in it, which is sharp, melted from the top to the bottom. The milk has evaporated, so now it's mixed in with the cheese and now it's creamy. And the egg made it firm. So, you gotta try this. Yeah, you gotta try this. If this is your first time here, I'm glad you decided to stop by. These are classic meals, or classic dishes, should I say, that we are going to show you different classic dishes. I'm going to try and do at least 2 to 3 per week. Tomorrow morning, I am going to do steak burritos. Just something new out of the blue. So, thank you for stopping by. My subscribers, my regular viewers, thank you for rocking with your boy. I will see everyone next time at This Is Your Moment.
This leisure moment, here we go, where we relax and take it slow, finding joy in what we do. This is our time, just me and you. This leisure moment, feeling fine. Our worries fade away in time. Enjoy the now, let's make it last. This leisure moment, forever we're blessed. Savoring each and every rest, creating memories, feeling blessed. Let's make the most of every day.